I grew up in the Highlands of Scotland.
I'm from Spain and I study nursing.
So I'm from Argentina and I study physics.
I'm from England.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Palestine.
It sounds like a great way of connecting people to the Chinese language and Chinese culture, interactions between different countries and people.
These organizations play a key role into getting more people interested in involving all different cultures to learn from each other and enjoy the diversity of it.
I think it's really good. It helps share experiences between different people. And I think it promotes a very good connection between people trying to visit different cultures and trying to learn things about different cultures, and especially China, since it's a very different culture than the Western culture. It's very rich and very different, so it's very good to promote the kind of connection that allows people to learn more about that culture and to maybe even visit China.
Yeah, I think it's a very good way to make different people see what other cultures there are out there, and if they're specialized in that, in the language and the culture, then they'll give a well-rounded insight to the Chinese culture and language.
I think those organizations are really useful to share how different people think in different ways, because we have a lot of different ways to see things around the world. And it's really interesting to see perspectives of different countries. And plus you get to learn cool new things about culture of other countries.
The fact that not many schools here teach Chinese as a second language. It tends to be more just French, German, Spanish, Italian. So I think it's a really good thing that you can incorporate Chinese into more schools, so people learn it younger and they don't actually have to if they themselves want to learn it. And it sounds really good for kind of communication between the countries, and it's really useful because so many people speak Chinese, so again that's a really useful skill to have.
I think, as you said, it will help strengthen the communications between China and the rest of the world, especially with the prevalence of many Chinese international students. It would be incredibly beneficial to them and to everybody else for culture-wise, language-wise, and social-wise. In many aspects, it can be very helpful.
There's other organizations around the world, other countries doing the same thing. It will create better relationships amongst all these countries, intercultural exchange, which is always very interesting, to have countries get on so well that they want to learn from each other and in a good way without any conflict, and accept the differences.
Promotes a lot of international cooperation for students to come and go, helps to be bridged in terms of cultural differences. I think it's a really good idea for any country to do this kind of exchanges, but China's doing a really good idea with getting these people to come in and out. It's a great idea to promote a better understanding of Chinese culture and a better maybe inflow rate to travel to China as well.
I mean, a lot of people here don't speak Chinese, so to be able to integrate with, especially here in Edinburgh, with it being such an international university, it's really helpful. I think if people also are able to speak the language, it helps strengthen friendships between international students and UK students so that everybody can get on better.
I think speaking a language is the first step to cementing a friendship between two people, let alone two nations, and by understanding one another, similar to how most people are inclined to learn English, learning Chinese will further strengthen these relationships and benefit both parties.
What I learned at school was my school offered French, so everybody had to study French, and then we had the option to do a second language, so we could do German, Italian, or Spanish and Russian. So we didn't actually have much of an option to learn that, so if I had the opportunity to, I definitely would want to learn it.
I would definitely go for an opportunity. I know it's a very complex and difficult language, but it's incredibly beautiful, and getting into it would definitely be something that I'm interested in.
And in my case, I feel like I enjoy any kind of culture, and when I get the chance, I'm always trying to push people to try new food, new different kinds of cultures, and learn languages. I think it's so enriching to be involved like that.